Welcome to Microchip's briefing. The content of the briefing includes: legendary investor Jim Rogers sees an epic market bubble and looming economic disaster. He hopes to short the Magnificent Seven stocks when the time is right. Who was the best CEO of 2023? Nvidia's China customers to get hobbled version of gaming chip. America is unprepared to fight a war on three fronts. 10 major events that shaped business in 2023. Legendary investor Jim Rogers sees an epic market bubble and looming economic disaster. He hopes to short the Magnificent Seven stocks when the time is right. Yahoo! Jim Rogers has warned that a multi-asset bubble is set to burst. Rogers has dumped many of his stocks and bonds in anticipation of a painful slump, but he said he's not shorting yet because often at the end there's a blow-off and things get really crazy. The adventure capitalist author also predicted inflation, which has cooled significantly in the past year, would re-accelerate to painful levels. Rogers has a wealth of experience and a deep understanding of financial history, but it's worth pointing out that he's been predicting the worst downturn of his lifetime for several years now, yet both markets and the economy have defied his grave warnings. Who was the best CEO of 2023? Economist. Nvidia's China customers to get hobbled version of gaming chip. Bloomberg. Nvidia is selling a less capable version of its GTX 4090D graphics product in China, following tighter US government restrictions on exports to the country. The Chinese version has around 10% fewer processing cores and fewer AI acceleration capabilities compared to the version sold in other countries. CEO Jensen Huang has said he will produce versions of Nvidia's products that comply with US export rules for China. The move comes as the US seeks to limit China's access to specialized chips to slow down its AI capabilities. Nvidia's shares rose slightly following the news. America is unprepared to fight a war on three fronts. Telegraph. The conflicts we see around the world today, such as Israel versus Hamas and Russia versus Ukraine, are part of a wider struggle for dominance in the future. Great powers like China are securing alliances with authoritarian regimes to secure natural resources and establish a global alliance. This wider war pits revanchist powers against the West and non-European allies. However, the West seems more interested in diplomacy than confronting the real danger. Winning this wider war requires a strong industrial base, military preparedness, and internal morale, but the West is weakening its manufacturing industries and its defenses are a concern. Furthermore, the West's spiritual degradation, with young people being primed with an anti-Western narrative, could prove to be fatal. 10 major events that shaped business in 2023. BBC. The year 2023 saw several significant moments in the business world, including the global bans on TikTok, the failure of 3 US banks, widespread strikes, Nvidia reaching a $1 trillion market cap, Twitter rebranding as X, Rupert Murdoch stepping down, the trial and conviction of FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried, Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard, WeWork filing for bankruptcy protection, and the Purdue Pharma settlement reaching the US Supreme Court. These moments have shaped the business landscape and will have implications for the future. The global bans on TikTok, initiated by concerns over data sharing with the Chinese government, spread rapidly in 2023. Numerous countries, including the European Union, Canada, the UK, and New Zealand, imposed partial or full bans on the app. The US government also gave employees 30 days to uninstall TikTok from their work devices, with many states and private companies following suit. The controversy around TikTok continued with the Biden administration's push for ByteDance to sell the app and legal battles over the bans. The failures of Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and First Republic Bank in the US marked the most significant banking crisis since 2008. The bank's collapse led to a crisis of consumer confidence in the US banking system, exacerbated by soaring inflation. The US government provided emergency aid and reassurances to quell the panic, but vulnerabilities remain in some banks. Regulators have increased scrutiny of risk management to prevent similar failures in the future. Other notable moments include the widespread strikes in the US and UK, with workers across various sectors demanding higher pay, better conditions, and job security. The Writers Guild of America and the United Auto Workers Union were among the high-profile groups involved in strikes. These collective actions led to significant gains for workers, including pay rises and job security protections. The strikes reflect the changing landscape of work and the growing activism of organized labor. Overall, the big business moments in 2023 have set the stage for the months to come, shaping the future of industries such as technology, finance, media, and pharmaceuticals. These events highlight the impact of politics, economic uncertainty, and social movements on the business world. As 2024 approaches, there will likely be continued attention on these issues and their implications for the global economy. The super AI models that could soon upend the economy. Telegraph. The release of OpenAI's GPT-4, the successor to its popular ChatGPT language model, is expected to be the AI event of 2024. GPT-4 is said to be 10 times more advanced than its predecessor, with the ability to understand text and images and pass legal exams. The computing requirements for GPT-4 have also increased, with the model reportedly requiring 16,000 high-end NVIDIA A100 chips. Other companies, such as Google with its Gemini model, are also preparing to release more powerful language models in the coming year. The next wave of models is expected to be multimodal, capable of understanding text, images, videos, and audio, bringing them closer to understanding the world. These models could display capabilities akin to human intelligence, such as reasoning and planning. However, the consequences of more advanced AI models are still uncertain, and there are concerns about their lack of creativity and poor understanding of truth. The next wave of models will face increasing government scrutiny, with companies agreeing to have their systems tested by AI safety institutes before release. Dear viewers, I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the 6 Degrees world, here to present you with the latest news and insights. Let's dive right in. First up, we have legendary investor Jim Rogers warning of an impending market bubble and economic disaster. Rogers, known for his wealth of experience, has been predicting a major downturn for years now, but the markets have continued to defy his warnings. So, while we should take his concerns seriously, we should also keep in mind that timing the market can be a tricky business. Next, we have NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang being named the best CEO of 2023 by The Economist. Huang's far-sighted bets on artificial intelligence have paid off, with NVIDIA dominating the market for specialist AI chips. It's no wonder he received such high praise from both shareholders and staff. Speaking of NVIDIA, the company has recently started selling a less capable version of its graphics product in China due to tighter U.S. export restrictions. This move comes as the U.S. seeks to limit China's access to specialized chips, further fueling the ongoing tension between the two countries. It's a clear example of how geopolitical factors can impact the technology industry. Moving on, we have a thought-provoking article from The Telegraph, highlighting the West's unpreparedness to fight a war on 3 fronts. The conflicts we see today are part of a wider struggle for dominance in the future, and the West seems more interested in diplomacy than confronting the real danger. This article raises important questions about the West's industrial base, military preparedness, and internal morale. It's a wake-up call for us to reassess our priorities. In other news, the year 2023 witnessed several major events that shaped the business landscape. From global bans on TikTok to the failure of U.S. banks, these moments have had far-reaching implications. The controversies surrounding TikTok and the banking crisis highlight the intersection of politics, technology, and finance in today's world. Now, let's talk about the Magnificent Seven trade that powered U.S. stocks in 2023. These tech giants delivered impressive returns, but some investors are concerned about their overvaluation. The choice for fund managers in 2024 will be whether to continue investing in these popular stocks or explore other opportunities in the wider market. It's a decision that requires careful consideration. Lastly, we have the upcoming release of OpenAI's GPT-4, which is expected to be a game changer in the field of artificial intelligence. This advanced language model, along with other multimodal models, has the potential to revolutionize industries and upend the economy. While there are concerns about their lack of creativity and understanding of truth, these models will face increasing government scrutiny, ensuring safety and accountability. That's all for today's news roundup. Now it's time for your thoughts and questions. What are your ideas and opinions on these topics? I'm eager to hear what you have to say. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the 6 Degrees world. Dr. Six. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.